Welcome to our channel, your ultimate destination for heartfelt and gripping stories from WWE. In today's video, we'll be talking about the heartbreaking losses of legendary wrestlers who left us far too soon. We'll delve into the causes of their untimely passings, from health complications to shocking and tragic events, and how these losses impacted fans and the WWE Universe. But that's not all. We also have some very sad news about Ric Flair's stay. Tune till the end, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Dino Bravo, born on August 6, 1948 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, was a professional wrestler who carved out a significant legacy in the world of sports entertainment during the 1970s and 1980s. Known for his prodigious strength and imposing physique, Bravo earned the nickname the Canadian Strongman, a testament to his ability to dominate opponents in the ring. He initially made a name for himself in the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, where his athletic prowess quickly captured the attention of fans and promoters alike. Bravo would later join the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he became a prominent figure, known for his brash, arrogant persona. As a classic heel or villain, Bravo often portrayed a patriotic Canadian who showed little respect for American wrestlers, stirring the crowd's ire with his performances. His crowning achievement came in 1986 when he won the WWF World Tag Team Championship, alongside his partner, Greg the Hammer Valentine, solidifying his place in wrestling history. While his professional career flourished, Bravo's personal life took a darker turn. Rumors began to circulate that he had connections to organized crime, particularly the Montreal Mafia, and even involvement in illicit drug dealings. These whispers were later confirmed as part of the tragic circumstances surrounding his untimely death. Bravo was found murdered in his Montreal home at the age of 44. He had been shot multiple times in a brutal attack. Investigations suggested that Bravo's ties to the Montreal Mafia may have led to his demise. While several theories have emerged regarding the motive behind his murder, the exact reasons remain unclear, and his death has never been fully solved. Dino Bravo's passing left a lasting impact on the wrestling world and beyond. His tragic end serves as a stark reminder of the dangers that can accompany fame and criminal connections, forever marking his legacy in the annals of both wrestling and true crime. Rusty Brooks, born on August 22, 1957, was an American professional wrestler known for his technical prowess and charismatic presence inside the wrestling ring. Active primarily during the 1980s and 1990s, Brooks gained recognition in several prominent wrestling promotions, including the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, World Championship Wrestling, WCW, and the American Wrestling Association, AWA. His in-ring persona, often portraying a villainous character, became one of the highlights of his career. This villainous persona, combined with his athleticism and deep understanding of wrestling psychology, made his matches captivating for fans. His ability to evoke strong reactions, whether positive or negative, was a key factor in his success as a performer. Throughout his career, Rusty Brooks faced many legendary wrestlers, including icons such as Terry Funk and Jerry Lawler. His skill and resilience earned him respect in the industry, as he was able to compete at a high level against some of the best in professional wrestling. Brooks's contributions went beyond just being a performer. He also played an important role as a trainer and mentor. He helped develop aspiring wrestlers, offering his expertise to guide them in the often demanding world of professional wrestling. He was particularly influential in independent wrestling circles, where his knowledge helped elevate many rising stars. Despite facing career highs and lows, Brooks remained dedicated to wrestling, devoting his life to the sport and its community. His love for the profession and his connection with fans ensured his legacy within the wrestling world. Brooks's journey exemplified the hard work and determination necessary to thrive in such a physically demanding industry. Rusty Brooks passed away at the age of 63 after a battle with health complications. His death was attributed to complications related to a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire wrestling fans and aspiring wrestlers alike. Miss Elizabeth, born Elizabeth Hewlett on November 19, 1960, is often remembered as one of the most iconic managers in professional wrestling history. She rose to fame during the late 1980s and early 1990s, particularly in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, where her poise, elegance, and charm made her a standout figure. Elizabeth's greatest contribution came when she became the manager of the legendary Randy Macho Man Savage. Their on-screen romance became a hallmark of wrestling storytelling, drawing audiences into one of the most memorable storylines in the sport's history. Elizabeth was more than just a pretty face. She played a crucial role in enhancing the in-ring narratives and performances of the wrestlers she managed. Her presence at ringside added layers of emotion and drama to the matches, especially during tense and heated confrontations involving Savage. She often acted as a grounding force, amplifying the emotional stakes of the rivalries. Her skillful management style made her one of the most effective and beloved figures in professional wrestling. In the late 1990s, Elizabeth transitioned to World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where she continued her influential role in the wrestling world. Her moves between the two major wrestling organizations proved her adaptability and lasting appeal in the industry. However, Miss Elizabeth's life ended tragically. She passed away at the age of 42 from an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. The exact combination of drugs included painkillers, which had been prescribed for her physical ailments, along with other substances that contributed to her sudden death. This tragic event sent shockwaves through the wrestling community, marking a painful chapter in the history of the sport. Despite her untimely death, Elizabeth's legacy remains intact. She is remembered not only for her beauty and charisma, but also for her contributions to wrestling and the indelible mark she left on fans and her fellow performers. Her legacy endures, and she is fondly remembered as one of the most influential women in wrestling history. Rikidozan, born Kim Sin-rak on November 14, 1924, in South Hamgyong Province, Korea, now part of North Korea, is widely regarded as the father of Japanese professional wrestling. His impact on the sport in Japan is immeasurable, as he introduced and popularized professional wrestling, elevating it to a global phenomenon. Rikidozan initially pursued sumo wrestling and moved to Japan as a young man, where he competed under the name Mitsuhiro Momota. Though he experienced some success in sumo, his career took a pivotal turn in the early 1950s when he switched to professional wrestling. With his sumo background and natural charisma, he quickly captivated audiences and became one of Japan's most beloved sports figures. In 1953, Rikidozan founded the Japan Pro Wrestling Alliance, JWA, Japan's first professional wrestling organization. Through this platform, he brought wrestling to the masses, particularly by showcasing fierce matchups against foreign wrestlers, notably Americans. These contests symbolize Japan's post-World War II recovery and nationalism, turning Rikidozan into a national hero. One of his most famous rivalries was with American wrestler Lou Thesz, battling for the NWA International Heavyweight Championship. Rikidozan's victories against foreign opponents resonated deeply with the Japanese public, reinforcing his iconic status. Rikidozan also mentored future wrestling greats like Giant Baba and Antonio Inoki, ensuring that his legacy would continue for generations. Tragically, his life was cut short when he was fatally stabbed, allegedly due to a dispute with a member of the Yakuza. Despite his untimely death at just 38, Rikidozan's influence on Japanese professional wrestling remains unmatched. His efforts not only established wrestling as a major sport in Japan, but also paved the way for Japanese wrestlers to achieve global recognition in the years that followed. Tom Zenk, born on November 30th, 1958 in Golden Valley, Minnesota, was an American professional wrestler and bodybuilder who made a lasting impact on the world of wrestling. Zenk first rose to prominence during his time with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, from 1986 to 1987. His remarkable athleticism, combined with a natural charisma, quickly earned him a place in the hearts of wrestling fans. Zenk's wrestling career spanned several prestigious organizations, including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. He was particularly well known for his incredible physique and his high-flying wrestling style, which set him apart from many of his peers. His career also took him overseas, where he wrestled in Japan with All Japan Pro Wrestling, showcasing his talents on an international stage. Before his wrestling career took off, Zenk was a standout athlete at Robbinsdale High School in Minnesota, where he graduated in 1976, alongside future wrestling stars such as Curt Hennig, Rick Rude, and Nikita Koloff. He continued his education at the University of Minnesota, majoring in speech communications, which reflected his versatile approach to both life and his career. Zenk's wrestling journey left a significant legacy, known for his professionalism and dedication to his craft. He was beloved by fans and respected by his peers for his contributions to the sport. Sadly, Tom Zenk passed away at the age of 59. His death was attributed to heart disease, a condition he had been battling for some time. Though he is no longer with us, Zenk's contributions to wrestling continue to be celebrated, and his memory lives on through the fans and colleagues who admired his skill, work ethic, and the indelible mark he left on the industry. Crash Holly, born Michael John Lockwood on August 25, 1971, in Brooklyn, New York, was a professional wrestler who made a lasting impact in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE. Known for his high-flying wrestling style, comedic timing, and underdog persona, Crash became a fan favorite during the late 1990s and early 2000s. As a prominent figure in the hardcore division, a unique segment of WWF programming featuring extreme rules and often chaotic matches, Crash stood out for his tenacity and resilience. His most notable achievement came when he won the WWF Hardcore Championship, a title celebrated for its unpredictable, no-holds-barred matches. Crash also became a key player in the high-energy, high-flying scene alongside teams like the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian, helping to define an era of tag team wrestling. His rivalries with wrestlers such as the Big Boss Man, Taz, and the Godfather are still remembered by fans as iconic moments in WWF history. Component placement crash. Holly tragically passed away at the age of 32. His cause of death was determined to be suicide due to a drug overdose and alcohol poisoning. He was found in his Florida home, and it was later revealed that he had struggled with emotional difficulties and substance abuse issues, which had affected both his personal life and his wrestling career. His untimely death deeply impacted his family, friends, and the wrestling community, sparking conversations about the mental health challenges faced by professional athletes, especially those in high-contact sports like wrestling. The pressures of the industry, combined with the difficulties of transitioning to life after wrestling, have led to an ongoing discussion about mental health and substance abuse among former wrestlers. Despite his tragic end, Crash Holly's contributions to WWE's hardcore division and his legacy as a passionate and entertaining performer continue to be remembered by fans. Yokozuna, born Rodney Anoa'i on October 24, 1966, in American Samoa, emerged as one of the most iconic and dominant figures in the world of professional wrestling. A member of the renowned Anoa'i family, which boasts several wrestling legends, he was mentored by his uncles, Afa and Sika, of the Wild Samoans. His professional journey began in 1992 when he debuted in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, where he quickly captured the attention of fans worldwide with his imposing 500-pound frame and unique character. An intimidating sumo-inspired wrestler, despite being of Samoan descent. This distinctive persona, combined with his natural athleticism, made Yokozuna an unforgettable presence in the ring. Yokozuna's greatest accomplishments included winning the prestigious WWF Championship twice. His first victory came in 1993 at WrestleMania 9, where he defeated Bret Hart for the title, and he went on to claim the championship once again in 1994 at the Royal Rumble. His success, however, was tempered by personal struggles. Despite his remarkable in-ring abilities, Yokozuna's career was plagued by a battle with obesity. His weight, which soared due to poor eating habits and a lack of fitness training, had a severe impact on his overall health. Although he was praised for his agility and athleticism despite his size, his weight and the associated health issues gradually led to a decline in his wrestling career. Tragically, Yokozuna passed away just one day before his 34th birthday from heart failure, a direct consequence of complications stemming from his obesity. His untimely death shocked the wrestling world, cutting short the career of a wrestler who still had so much potential. His passing not only left a void in the Anoa'i family, but also devastated the global wrestling community. Despite his struggles, Yokozuna's legacy endures as he broke cultural barriers and remains one of the most memorable wrestlers in WWE history. Alan Coge, born on October the 22nd, 1943, in New York City, became a larger-than-life figure both in the wrestling ring and the world of martial arts. Known to fans by his iconic ring name, Bad News Allen, he carved out a legendary reputation in professional wrestling with his no-nonsense attitude and undeniable in-ring talent. His journey in wrestling began in the early 1970s, and by the 1980s, he was a recognizable face in major organizations like the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he became notorious for his tough, outspoken persona, Bad News. Allen was a wrestler who didn't shy away from stirring up rivalries with some of the biggest stars in the industry, adding a fiery edge to every match he participated in. What many might not know is that Coge wasn't just a wrestler. He was also an accomplished judoka. His skills in judo, which he developed over many years, earned him a spot representing Canada in the 1976 Olympics. This martial arts background greatly influenced his wrestling style, blending grappling techniques with precise strikes, which helped set him apart from other wrestlers of his time. His unique approach to wrestling made him a formidable opponent in the ring and earned him the respect of both fans and fellow athletes. Sadly, Alan Coge passed away at the age of 63. The cause of death was a heart attack, a sudden and tragic end to a life filled with athletic achievement and larger-than-life presence. Despite his passing, his legacy lives on, with fans and colleagues remembering him for his toughness, his larger-than-life character, and his contributions to the world of professional wrestling and martial arts. Bad News. Allen will forever be remembered as a pioneering figure who helped shape the world of wrestling. Blackjack Mulligan, born Robert John Heck on November the 25th, 1942, was a prominent and influential figure in professional wrestling, particularly during the 1970s and 1980s. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches and weighing over 300 pounds, Mulligan's imposing physical presence made him one of the most feared and respected wrestlers in the industry. His rugged persona, combined with his formidable size, contributed significantly to his success inside the ring. Mulligan's wrestling career began in the 1960s, and he quickly gained attention for his tough, no-nonsense character. One of his signature moves, the sleeper hold, became synonymous with his in-ring style, earning him victories against numerous opponents. Mulligan was also known for his successful tag team career, partnering with a variety of wrestlers, including his son, Barry Windham, and notable legends such as Ernie Ladd and Greg Valentine. Over the course of his career, he won numerous championships, including the NWA United States Tag Team Championship and the WWF, now WWE, World Tag Team Championship, cementing his place among the wrestling elite. His legacy in the industry was further solidified with his induction into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2017, recognizing his significant contributions to the sport. Beyond his in-ring achievements, Mulligan also played an instrumental role in the wrestling community as a promoter and trainer, mentoring and shaping the careers of many young wrestlers. His influence extended beyond his own successes, as he helped nurture the next generation of talent. Blackjack Mulligan passed away at the age of 73. The cause of death was attributed to complications from a heart attack, a health issue he had been battling for some time. His passing marked the end of an era in professional wrestling, but his legacy as one of the greats lives on, remembered fondly by fans and peers alike. Ric Flair, often hailed as the greatest professional wrestler of all time, has spent more than 5 decades leaving an indelible mark on the world of professional wrestling. Known for his larger-than-life persona, unmatched in-ring abilities, and a career filled with legendary moments, Flair has become a cornerstone of the industry. But beyond his iconic status and unparalleled achievements in the ring, the nature of Ric Flair's health and personal struggles has been an area of intense focus in recent years. His legendary career and ongoing battle with health issues deserve a deeper look, not only into his triumphs, but also the challenges he's had to overcome. Today we dive into the world of Ric Flair, exploring his career, his legacy, and the most recent updates on his health, shedding light on the rumors, recent injuries, and his ongoing battle for recovery. Health struggles and personal challenges. Despite his professional success, Ric Flair's life away from the ring has been marred by numerous personal and health-related struggles. Over the years, his battles with addiction, particularly alcohol, became public knowledge, and these struggles have taken a toll on his body. However, it was in recent years that the true severity of Flair's health issues came to light, as he faced life-threatening medical conditions that would test his resilience and dedication to his craft. In 2017, Flair underwent a critical surgery after suffering complications related to his bowel, which led to kidney failure. The surgery was described as life-saving, as Flair was placed on life support for 2 weeks and spent a month in intensive care. At one point, doctors gave him only a 15% chance of survival, making this a dire situation that could have ended his life. His fans around the world were heartbroken, unsure whether they would ever see the Nature Boy again. But Flair, never one to back down from a fight, pulled through, determined to live and continue his life both inside and outside the wrestling ring. The recovery process for Flair was long and challenging. In 2018, just 1 year after his life-threatening ordeal, Flair had to undergo 4 heart surgeries, further adding to the complexity of his health struggles. He was diagnosed with alcoholic cardiomyopathy, a condition that weakened his heart due to years of alcohol abuse. In response to these health issues, Flair was fitted with a pacemaker, which helped regulate his heart rhythm and improve his overall health. Despite all of these challenges, Flair's passion for wrestling remained unwavering. He was determined to continue his life in the wrestling business, still actively involved in the industry, whether through mentoring or making special appearances. The wrestling world has always been his home, and he has never seemed willing to walk away entirely, even in the face of serious health concerns. Ric Flair's last match and the heart attack revelation. One of the most poignant chapters in Ric Flair's ongoing story came in 2022 when he officially returned to the ring for what was promoted as his final match. After years of health struggles, Flair wanted to close out his career on his own terms. He underwent an intense training regimen to prepare for the match, getting into the best shape of his life in an effort to make sure he could give the fans a fitting goodbye. The match, held on July 31st, 2022, at StarCast 5 in Nashville, Tennessee, saw Ric Flair team up with his son-in-law Andrade El Idolo against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. It was widely anticipated that this would be Flair's last performance inside the squared circle. Unfortunately, during the match itself, Flair's health problems resurfaced. While competing, he suffered what would later be revealed as a heart attack. At the time, neither the fans in attendance nor those watching at home knew the full extent of what had happened. Flair continued to wrestle through the match, determined to give his all to his fans. But in the aftermath, it became clear that his body was under far more stress than anyone had realized. Flair did not fully comprehend the gravity of the situation until several months later, when he went through a series of medical evaluations, which confirmed that he had suffered the heart attack during the match. Though Flair continued to maintain his public persona as the resilient nature boy, the severity of his health issues in the aftermath of the match raised serious concerns among fans and family alike. His heart attack only added to the ongoing list of challenges he had been battling for years. Recent injury reports and ongoing health status. Despite Flair's determination to keep going, his most recent health issues have been quite alarming. Aside from the heart attack he suffered during his last match, Flair has also been dealing with the lingering effects of multiple surgeries and procedures. He's undergone a series of physical rehabilitation sessions to try and maintain his mobility and strength. But the reality is that his body is no longer able to handle the rigorous demands of the professional wrestling industry. In addition to his heart condition, Flair has dealt with various joint issues and general wear and tear on his body after decades of wrestling. The toll of taking hard bumps, performing high-impact moves, and constantly being on the road for years has left Flair with chronic pain, particularly in his knees and back. These ongoing issues have made it clear that his days in the ring are likely behind him for good, as any further physical strain could be detrimental to his health. Flair's health is now a delicate balancing act. He continues to work on his recovery, consulting with medical professionals regularly to ensure that he is doing everything possible to extend his life and quality of life. While rumors regarding his condition will inevitably continue to circulate, Flair's openness about his struggles and his commitment to improving his health provides hope for his fans. The legacy of Ric Flair. An enduring influence. Ric Flair's legacy in professional wrestling is undeniable. He's one of the most influential figures in the history of the sport, inspiring countless wrestlers both in and out of the ring. His influence on wrestling cannot be overstated, whether it's his in-ring technique, his ability to cut an unforgettable promo, or his undeniable charisma, Flair set the standard for what it means to be a wrestling icon. In addition to his wrestling achievements, Flair's impact on the industry extends beyond his own matches. He helped usher in an era of athletes who embraced the larger-than-life personas that would come to define professional wrestling. Flair set the template for what it means to be a successful wrestler in a mainstream environment. Despite the recent health challenges, Flair's spirit remains unbreakable. His commitment to the sport, his fans, and his family is evident in his refusal to let his health struggles define him. Even though he may no longer compete in the ring, Ric Flair remains an integral part of the wrestling world, with his influence continuing to be felt in every corner of the industry. Conclusion: a true wrestling legend. Ric Flair's journey from a young wrestler with big dreams to the greatest professional wrestler of all time is nothing short of extraordinary. Despite his legendary career, Flair has faced immense health challenges in recent years, battling life-threatening conditions and undergoing numerous surgeries. His health remains a top concern for both his family and fans, but his determination to continue fighting, alongside his unwavering love for professional wrestling, serves as a testament to his resilience. As the world of wrestling continues to evolve, Ric Flair's contributions will always be remembered. While his days in the ring are behind him, his legacy as the Nature Boy is etched into the fabric of professional wrestling history. We continue to wish him all the best in his journey toward recovery, and we look forward to seeing his enduring influence on the next generation of wrestling superstars.